Hey, what's going on, you guys? In this video, I'm going to dive in. I'm going to talk about business partnerships, real estate partnerships, what to look out for, how to structure them, and how to pick the best partner if you need to pick a partner at all. So before I dive into that, smash that subscribe button, like, comment, share it with your friends, whatever you got to do. Want to grow this community. My goal is to grow this community and then build something out to where we can all network with each other and possibly meet other people in our areas, do something super cool that hasn't been done. Because what I see happening right now is all these young kids are getting crushed in student loan debts, and all of these kids are kind of being forced into almost like modern day slavery, working 70, 80 hours a week to barely keep the lights on because society says they need that education. But the real education is in business, is in real estate. Everyone that we know, at least for me, that has real wealth, bought property years ago, started a business, did something they thought for themselves. And so that's what I'm about. That's what this channel is about. And by supporting it is all you have to do is just smash the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. So without further ado, real estate partnerships. So what you want to ask yourself first and foremost is, why are you going to partner up with someone? Are they bringing in the cash? Are they bringing in the experience, the track record? Are they bringing in the time? They're going to show up every single day. Maybe it's a retired investor and they're just tired. They just want to get out of the house. They want to go do something. They want life to be exciting again, so they want to do a deal. So ask yourself who that investor is, which category, 1, 2, or 3. And if the category that they bring is experience, you want to ask yourself, what is their track record? So the past deals that they've done, how have they turned out? How much money have they put into the deal? How much is the property worth now? How much is the property cash flowing? Did it work out better or worse than their expectations? If it's money, then ask yourself, how much cash are they willing to put in for the down payment? And also be clear about how much money they're going to put in for the renovations, for all the problems that come up. And if it's time, see if they're really willing to put in that. Maybe it's 3 hours a day. Maybe it's 5 hours a day. But for 5 days a week, 6 days a week, for a year, are they willing to do that? Then ask yourself, do you really need them? So if they have the experience, then you want to make sure that that experience is something, the net result of that experience is something that you want. So if it is experience, I would recommend opening this laptop with the computers, with the information, the technology, everything that we have at our fingertips today. There is no excuse not to be educated in your market. There's just no excuse. And if it's money that you need, see if you can borrow cash from a family member or a friend. Can you sell stock? Can you cash it in a 401k or a Roth IRA? Can you borrow money from a hard money lender or a construction lender? But note, full disclosure, hard money lenders, construction lenders, they're expensive money. They're 10, 12, 13, 14% interest rate. Very expensive. But the benefit is that they don't want equity. They just want that percentage for the period in which you borrow money. But when you're a new investor, you don't know what the hell you're doing, it's so easy to say, oh, it's going to take 3 months, it's going to take 6 months, and then it takes a year or 2 years to do the job, and you're realizing, crap, I'm underwater, meaning I spent way more money in this property with mortgages and my hard cost and soft cost than the property is actually worth, which happens all the time. Just people, they undershoot what it's going to take to get the deal done. So figure out which outlet your investor fills. And then you want to ask yourself, does this investor still partner up with any of their previous investors, if at all? So if this is their first time, that's okay. If it's 10 partnerships and they have nothing good to say about any of those partners, just turn around and run. Just get out of the door. Because you can tell a lot about someone from what they say about other people. People that have the time to start talking negatively about other people, that says a lot about who they are as a person. It means honestly the person's a loser. They're just not a good person. And life is way too short to work with those types of people, be around those types of people. So I look for people that I genuinely like. I want to be friends with that person. I don't want to do one deal, try to pull one deal out of a relationship. I want to do 10 deals or 20 deals if possible, if I'm going to do the partnership at all. So look for that real good relationship, that really good fit. And then manage expectations. This is so important. If they're going to do the time and they're going to show up and they're going to put in the work and they're going to put money in, have it written out. Show exactly what they're going to do, and then you say exactly what you're going to do, and always, always, always over-deliver on your end. Because what that then does is it pushes the other person to over-deliver on their end, and then everyone is happy. And that's what you really want. The golden rule. If you take care of one person, they'll probably tell one person at the end. Say, hey, I worked with John. It was a good experience. I'd recommend him. That alone means everything. But if you under-deliver on what you say you're going to do, they're not going to tell one person. They're going to tell 10 people. Hey, I worked with John, and that guy was a real piece of work. I wouldn't work with him again. They tell 10 people that. Then those 10 people tell 10 other people. Before you know it, you'll never do another partnership again. So manage expectations and have a really good contract. Really, really good contract. What I would recommend doing, especially if you're going to start out right now with someone, unless it's your mom or dad, I would have a contract laid out saying, and even then, I may still have a contract laid out just because I like to keep things clear. I don't want to say someone thought something differently 6 months ago in a conversation that we had. So just have everything crystal clear and say, okay, you're going to put up $150,000. That's going to be your full cash investment. I'm going to do everything else. How about this? How about I give you the $150,000 back? I have 18 months or 24 months from the day that we close to give you your $150,000 back with the option to give you 7% or 10% or 15% of gross rents for 5 years. I'll manage the property. I'll deal with all the repairs, all the headache, all the stress, all the tenants, everything. And I'll give you that fixed percentage as a bonus paid out over the next 5 years, 7 years, however long you want to do it. Or I'll give you all your money back plus 50% of the new appraised equity in the property. So if you paid $500,000, that person now let's say put in $100,000, so it's $600,000, and now it's worth $700,000. Say, okay, great. I'm going to give you the $150,000 plus another $50,000, and boom, that's it. Then I own the property. Because the main goal that you want in real estate is to hold that property long term. That's where all the money is made. We all know flippers, people that are flipping houses, and they look really busy, they look really successful, but I guarantee you look at their bank account and they're not doing half as well as you think because they get taxed to death, and not all deals, not all flips work out. That's just the reality. Not all flips will work out. So buy a good deal. Have a really good strategy. Have a really, really good investor, really good partner. Know your market so well. I mean so well. You should be able to drive up and down any street, know who's buying what property, what they're paying for it, what their strategy is, and are they going to sell it, are they going to lease it? Find out if a Whole Foods is coming in the market. See where the Starbucks is coming. Is there a new metro system coming in? Metro systems mean everything because as transportation comes, so does new construction and so do higher property values. And it becomes a more commutable area where people want to live and walk. So people end up paying more to rent there. So with all that said, know your market. Don't rely fully on your investor for this experience. Because when you rely on them and you're relying on their information and their information's incorrect or it's outdated, then what most people do is they become a victim. They say, oh, it would have worked out well if it wasn't for Sally being such a bad investor or bad partner because they didn't know the area. No. With the computer today, pick up the damn laptop, open it up, do your homework, drive up and down the streets, learn your market, and then compare your information and your data with the investor you're going to be partnering up with. It's just going to make your life so much easier. You're going to sleep so much better at night if you put in the 30 days worth of research. And you're really cautious and careful, and you have a really good agreement. And you lay out the relationship in a way to where it's going to be a great relationship 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now. You're still going to be friends with this person. The only way that those don't work out is not doing what I said and not being careful and not having those hard conversations that you need to have with the investors. So with all that said, please like, comment, and smash that subscribe button. Share this with your friends, and we're going to grow this community. Thank you so much again for all of your support.